Retired, but not dead. Why older musicians are playing better than ever. They thought we were done, dude, but here we are. There's this quiet little lie floating around the music world that at some point you just lose it. That music belongs to the young. That speed, energy, looks matter more than soul, experience, and scars. But I've seen the other side. I've seen the guys who never stopped playing, who play better at 60 than they ever did at 25. Not because their hands are faster, but because their fire burns hotter. Now, here is the lie. That music is a young person's game. Now, it's obvious to see that social media worships youth. You know, here's the thing, man. If I was a young guy and, able to, utilize my looks and go online and, smile at the camera and seduce the viewer and, do all that. Cause look, man, we've all seen recently a lot of, shall we say, other musicians maybe on the opposite side of the spectrum as me, wearing very seductive dress and, smiling for the camera and, flirting with the camera, and they get millions and millions of views. And look, man, it's the same thing with the young dude who puts on the outfit, our old outfits from the 80s, puts on that stuff and goes online and plays bits and pieces of Van Halen or Rat or whatever. And he has the look. He has the look of our youth, and people hit like. It's the same thing where you see, 11, 12-year-old, 13-year-old kids, shredding up and down the instrument. Man, that's always going to be a thing, man. It's a thing in the clubs, and it's a thing in real life. Here's the other thing, shred culture. You've got all these videos, and I keep seeing these guys who sound like video games. Their finished product sounds like a video game. And recently, one of them has come out, and he's playing, showing that he can play the parts live. But when you hear it without all the sonic manipulation of pulling out all the silences in the playing and not making his instrument sound like a synthesizer, like something in a video game, I just go, well, yeah, you're executing it, but then it makes it all the more realizing that this is just not really a very good piece of music. And without all the sonic manipulation, it's really not that impressive at all. Making these little scratch noises and bleeps and bloops and all that without the sonic manipulation, man, frankly, it's just not that good. It's not that great a piece of music. And it's really not that fun to watch. But you know what? Shred culture is a very real thing. And there are some great players who play very real solos. And it's all incredible. If one of these guys will figure out how to write a great song or write a great melody, then man, their career could skyrocket out of this box, out of this phone filming culture. But for now, this is what we have. Now, there is an obsession with speed and flash. Why? Because you can impress somebody in 15 to 30 seconds. And that is the kind of video sound bites that people are able to digest now. They watch a guy play something for 15 seconds and they're like, wow, this is amazing. And we have no idea how long it takes them to create this or film this or practice this or anything. We just see the end result. But my question is this: where are the players who make you feel something? Where are the players who bring you to tears? Where are the players that just give you that feeling in your heart? Now, Ace has decided to join the conversation. And, here's the deal, man. I listened to a snippet of a Hendrix solo the other day, just popped up in my feed. And I just thought, man, the beauty, the raw emotion, it's not perfect, but it's perfectly awesome. Where are those players that can write and make you feel something? And when that solo comes along, it doesn't matter how many notes it is, it just blows you away with its emotional impact. Where are those guys now? Now, here's the reality, man. Older players are actually more dangerous. Experience equals taste. Man, go watch clips of Robben Ford playing these days. Man, he is still playing incredibly. He has incredible experience and incredible taste in his playing. The economy of notes, the note choices, and the ability to get an amazing tone. It's just simply amazing. Here's the deal. They're getting their tone from life, not pedals. They're getting their tone from life, from experience, from improving their technique, from editing their playing from the days of being a young shredder. And now coming down and breaking life down to the essential, breaking down playing to the essentials, the economy of notes. Here's the deal. Groove over gymnastics. Every day, all day for me. What makes you want to move? What makes you want to tap your feet? What gets a crowd going? A groove. And it doesn't matter whether it was Pantera or the Gap Band. It was the groove that carried those bands. Pantera had a deep groove. You could bob your head to it. They were really a force of nature. And yeah, Dimebag Darrell played some great gymnastic style playing. But man, for me, it was the fact that you could just bob your head to their songs. Yeah, they had up-tempo parts and they had different things and going on. But man, it is the groove that makes you move. Now, the beauty of restraint, man, learning to have restraint, learning to know that I can shred, but I don't have to. Now, here's something for me. Here's something for me. I do very little sweep picking. I don't do a lot of tapping these days. Why is that? Because I'm restraining myself from doing it. For me, the sweeping thing, it sounds like I'm sweeping. And some guys like Frank Gambale are able to do it. And it's not that obvious, sort of note diarrhea. But you know what? For me, I just couldn't make it sound as good as a picked single note. And you know what? What works for some, might not work for everybody else. And for me, it was restraining myself from doing that. There are still some things that every now and then I'll do, that I'll use economy picking or a little bit of sweep picking. But you know what? I learned over the years to restrain myself. Could I sweep A minor pentatonics all over the neck? Yes. But why? Now, purpose over performance. Playing not for fame, but for sanity. Dad, think about that. Playing not for fame, but for sanity. That is what us older players are doing now. We're not playing. We don't have any delusions of grandeur. We don't have any thoughts that, oh man, I'm gonna get a record deal, dude. We've all been through that in the days when getting a record deal could actually mean something which could actually be life-changing. But these days, man, I don't think anybody's going to get a record deal for shredding. You know, think about that. In the 70s, man, fusion bands were getting deals just like that. You know, Return to Forever, Al Di Meola, even Alan Holdsworth, getting record deals. And you know what? There was always the potential that, it could blow up, that it could sell a lot of records, that all of a sudden this person with all these chops could be driving around in a Lamborghini or a Ferrari like Yngwie. But man, nowadays, none of us are playing for those things. We're playing for our sanity, to give us a reason to get up each day. Music, for many of us, music as purpose after retirement. Many of us need to have that thing. I need to have it. It's what keeps this channel going. It's what keeps me going. I'm not stopping playing just because I haven't played a gig since I came down here from Nashville. That doesn't mean I've stopped playing. I play every single day. And now I'm able to focus. Instead of worrying about learning 40 songs in 2 days so I can go make $150, I'm focusing on building this channel. I'm focusing on getting the message out. All the lessons that I've learned over the years. The dangerous thing about players who don't need to impress anyone, that can be a very dangerous thing. Going on stage or being in a situation where you don't need to impress anyone, then all of a sudden you're able to think clearly. You're not thinking of, hey, if I do this, people will really think it's awesome, dude. No, you're playing because you want to. You're playing because you have a message to spread. And the message is not, look at me, look at me, look at me. We have much deeper messages to share than that. Now, there's a lot of players who got better with age. Buddy Guy is still doing his thing, although I think he has finally maybe pulled the tour bus off the road. Jeff Beck, man, Jeff Beck peaked late. He was playing incredible guitar, and it is just unbelievable that all of a sudden he was gone like that. But man, he was playing incredible music all the way up until the end. Keith Richards is still doing his thing. He's still got that stone cold killer vibe. And as I had said earlier, Robben Ford is still playing incredible guitar, incredible, tasty guitar. And I'll tell you a story, man. I went to see Robben Ford at Rudy's Jazz Room in Nashville when Robben was living in Nashville. And I wanted to hear that Dumble amp in person. And, Robben comes walking in the club. He's got his black silk shirt on. He's got his hair down. He's got his jeans on. He comes in. He's got his girlfriend with him, or his wife or whatever she is, right? And comes in. I think he gets himself a beer, gets her a drink, comes in, puts on his guitar, his Dumble set up and ready for him. And I just thought, man, yeah, this dude is older than me, but I go, man, what a stud, dude. This guy is still doing guitar player. This guy is still showing you how it's done. And he put on a clinic that night. Incredible tone, incredible taste. He didn't need to impress anyone in the room, but he sure did impress me that night. Now, here's the deal. Call to action. Your personal experience seeing or playing older musicians who still crush. I want to hear them in the comments. I want to hear from everybody on this video. Tell me how you've improved as a player, or tell me about a player who has improved as he ages. I would love to hear it. The beauty of having nothing left to prove. There is great beauty in going, you know what? I've done it. I've been there. I've seen it. I've experienced it. And I've got nothing to prove to you, man. I'm here to play beautiful music. There is great wisdom and great beauty in that. This is what nobody tells you. Getting older doesn't kill your music. It sets it free. Keep playing. Keep creating. Not because you have to, but because you still can.